Vancouver, are you ready for your main event? Vancouver, are you ready for your final fight? Right here on Friday night! Well, then let's not make you wait any longer. The following contest is your main event!
It is main event time in Hastings Casino, and Babs, there is the main character, Braydon Goss.
Look, if you looked like him, had beautiful hair like him, you'd be the main character too. Look at this guy. He's got everything.
Well, last time we saw the main character, he had that Canadian Heavyweight Championship in hand. Used it not only to attack the champion, Shawn Murphy, but his partner, Miles Deville.
Yeah, look, I wasn't happy about that either, but it brought us here. It brought us to a great main event for the night.
It was Goss and Deville who picked up that tag team victory, but apparently the partnership between Deville and Goss degenerated in a hurry thanks to the main character.
When you want to be the CAW champion, you cannot just make friends. You got to think about yourself, and that is what Braydon Goss does.
And here comes his former tag team partner, if even just for a night, but it is the hottest underground, Miles Deville. Deville, a sensational athlete, Babs, can really pull off some spectacular moves inside and outside of the squared circle. But I gotta believe that there is bad blood between Deville and Goss after their altercation 1 month ago.
Well, you can say that again. He really is an incredible athlete, one of my favorite to watch. But it doesn't matter how great you are. When someone sneaks up on you with a belt and hits you over the head, doesn't matter how many, how high you can jump.
And you have to wonder if Deville and Goss will be too distracted with each other, and they will maybe do too much damage and let Shawn Murphy escape with the championship once again.
Well, that's it, yeah. These two have bad blood, but there's still one more person in the equation. That's Shawn Murphy.
Anticipation certainly beginning to build. Attraction, Shawn Murphy, the Canadian Heavyweight Champion, joined by Matt Bronson and Lance Skulls. Heavies have arrived.
Yes, Matt Bronson is being accompanied by Shawn Murphy is being accompanied by Matt Bronson, fresh off a loss. I don't know what he's celebrating about.
Well, the Heavies like to travel together. A brotherhood has formed of these men unlike I have ever seen. Shawn Murphy won that championship from the prospector Wes Barker, in a title match in All-Star Wrestling in Abbotsford, where Heavy Mania will be tomorrow. Will Shawn Murphy enter as champion? Or will Braydon Goss or Miles Deville wrestle that title away? We will find out, Babs, in moments. But now, we'll go inside the ring for official introductions with Logan Hunter.
Hastings Casino, Vancouver, British Columbia. This is your main event. It is a triple threat match set for one fall. And it is for the Canadian Apex Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challengers. First, from Miami Beach, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the main character, Braydon Next, from Vancouver, British Columbia, weighing in at 190 pounds, he is the hottest underground and the ace of Apex, Miles Deville. And finally, the champion, representing and accompanied by the West Coast Heavies, from Kingston, Ontario, by way of Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 228 pounds, he is the only Canadian Apex Wrestling champion to be trained by Seth freaking Rollins. He is the main attraction. He has been your reigning and defending Canadian Apex Wrestling Heavyweight Champion for 336 days. The Diamond of the West,
What an introduction for the Canadian Heavyweight Champion, Diamond of the West. Triple threat main event, moments away, title on the line.
A very biased introduction indeed. But we want a fair fight. And I can tell you that in a fair fight, I don't think Shawn Murphy stands a chance.
Hotly anticipated. Our main event, officiated by referee Robert Mitchell. Bell has rung. History in the making now.
Lots of tension in the night, lots of tension in the room.
And look at this, as I said earlier, bad blood between these two, getting off to a hot start, and Murphy now all over Goss as well. No love lost here. Of course, Murphy was also hit in the back of the head with that championship title a month ago. But as Logan said, it was 336 days ago that Shawn Murphy won the Canadian Apex Wrestling Canadian Heavyweight Championship against the prospector Wes Barker inside the Abbotsford Arts Center. And both of these men getting their revenge on Braydon Goss early. And now a one-on-one match, at least temporarily, between these two studs here in the Pacific Northwest. Murphy getting the better of the exchange, but Miles quickly back on his feet. And Murphy testing Miles here, who goes off and nobody moves in the center. And now Murphy off the ropes. Miles follows, goes behind, takes the champion down, and Murphy does a kip up of his own. And now here comes Braydon Goss back in. He gets dumped over the top rope. And I think these two have had enough of the main character.
Yes, the main character made a lot of enemies to get himself in this match, and didn't work out for him, looks like.
Oh, look at this athleticism by Deville, trying to get into a cover here, but Murphy, with impressive strength, picks the man up, puts him onto the ropes, and now, high above on the shoulders of Murphy, but here comes Goss to prevent the move from being completed. And no, he's got the claw on both of their heads.
Not at all. That's an old school move. That's the Iron Claw.
And Goss back on the outside again. Both Murphy and Miles look for the same thing. These guys are so familiar with one another, have battled in several promotions. And Miles now got spilled to the outside. Murphy tries to collide with him, and look at the athleticism from Deville. Now off the ropes, into it. Oh my goodness! Takes him down with a Hurricane Rana, spills Murphy to the outside, and it is Miles Deville standing for the moment as he goes off the ropes. We got him on the outside, suicide dive, takes down the main character. Somehow Murphy was able to avoid the contact. And tried to send Deville back into the ring. Miles held on and kicked Murphy right in the mush. And now Deville, look at this! Oh, but he missed! And Murphy looking for a pedigree! And Deville with a back body drop! I think Murphy was able to take one step back and avoid the contact from Deville, and now Goss, just shoved him right into the post.
Goss taking advantage of these two men going at each other like two explosive pumas.
And it's going to be like this the entire match if I had to wager. Goss into the cover here. Is it enough after the shot to the post?
The ultimate opportunist, but it just is not working out for him tonight.
And oh my goodness, lethal chop. You could hear the smack all the way to the back. And Goss now laying it in the corner, taking advantage of the situation here, but perhaps just fired Deville up as that knife edge chop certainly awoke Braydon Goss. Oh my gosh, again. And Deville
firing up.
Another chop, and Goss kick to the midsection. That's going to give him a moment to breathe, if he can still do so. Oh, what a shot by that right hand, that gloved right hand from Braydon Goss. And the main character should pay more attention to the man behind him instead of the people in the front row. Goss looking to cinch in this submission maneuver here. Got the knee right to the small of the back. Got the legs twisted and contorted. Referee Robert Mitchell says no. Main character takes out main attraction. And Murphy back on the floor. Miles trying to get back to a vertical base here. Ooh, what a shot.
Very beautiful.
And Deville cinched into the grasp of Goss. Now we lateral press and a 2 from Robert Mitchell. But not as much oomph on that kick out as Deville had before.
Deville really gave his all earlier in the match. He's trying to catch a breath, and Braydon Goss is not letting him do that.
Deville threw a wild limb there, but still got caught in the clutches here of Goss. But able to flip over, stay upright somehow. deliver that forearm. Goss gives him right one back, and neither men have seen Shawn Murphy scaling the ropes here. And here comes Shawn Murphy. Crossbody takes both men down. And fans trying to rally the Diamond of the West. Murphy, the only one really on a solid footing here. Taking down both of his opponents. Big spine buster delivered to Goss. Then now Murphy. He went for this before. Oh, Deville caught it this time. But, well, Murphy may have injured his back when he fell. Didn't go for the cover here. Perhaps just wants to inflict more damage.
What?
Murphy got pushed off into the ropes on a big knee to the back. Perhaps was injured when Murphy fell before.
Murphy might have bit off more than he can chew.
Well, he has been a fighting champion, that's for sure.
Well, that's the thing. All good things come to an end. It might be Murphy's night.
Oh! Braydon Goss just stalking Shawn Murphy. Had that championship in his hand a month ago. Wants nothing more than to leave Hastings Casino with it on Good Friday, having been crowned champion.
This is the most important belt to
cover. 1, 2, and Murphy able to slip out barely before the 3.
It's going to take a lot more for each of these men to let go of that belt.
And Goss now removing that supportive wrist tape. And now using it to choke Shawn Murphy. Murphy on the ropes. Triple threat rules. Not a damn thing the referee can do but admonish Goss. Try to get him to wrestle in a fair manner here. But that's not on the agenda for Braydon Goss.
It'll take whatever it takes to win that belt, just like Shawn Murphy did way, way back. We're forgetting that these guys cheated their way to the top too.
What a shot from Goss, again with that loaded glove. Changing levels here, going to the midsection. Right back to the jaw of Shawn Murphy, sending him staggering on the ropes. Miles Deville now trying to get back at it. He gets sent down for his troubles. And Goss with a headbutt sends the main attraction down. Got rocked himself. Maybe should have thought that one through. And Braydon Goss in control of the match. He'll be looking for a pump handle here. Picks up, a pump handle backbreaker.
Right into that injured back.
And here comes, Miles Deville! Springboard shotgun drop kick! And that's gonna change the complexion of this match. Goss and Murphy are down, and Miles, a surge of adrenaline.
His second win, here we go!
Down goes Goss. Once again, Murphy charged in, missed wildly. Drop kick, beautifully done by Deville. And now Goss off the ropes. Deville tripped them. And now, from the outside of the ring, unbelievable!
Watching was like music. This guy is graceful like a swan.
Deville on one side of the ring, Goss on the other. Distance narrowed, knee strike, caught him on the shoulder. Here comes Deville, missed! Incredible athletic move! And he caught him right in the jaw with that kick. 1, 2, and a kick out by Goss. Here comes Murphy. The champion is in trouble on the shoulders. But he reversed and drilled him down. Falcon Arrow. 1, 2, and Goss breaks up the count.
Thank you, please.
And Babs, you can feel it. This one could end it at any time. All these men have suffered severe punishment. Backbreaker again, continued by Goss, drilling Shawn Murphy, spine first to the hard canvas. Goss says it's over. Could we have a new champion? 2, and Murphy kicks out.
So close.
Well, maybe Goss should have just went for the cover instead of announcing that it was over. And the heavies chant, trying to rally the champion.
Where's Goss going?
And what Goss coming over our way here. He's
grabbing the belt.
The title. We've deja vu all over again.
He's just letting people know he's going to walk out of here as the champion.
And wait on Skulls, recognizing that Murphy is in danger, and Skulls get punched in the face by the main character who's got that Canadian Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if Deville realizes it. Ducked out of the way just in time. Big knee strike, takes down Goss. And now into the cover, 1, 2, and Murphy breaks it up to save his championship.
Desperate times for desperate measures. These guys are going to do whatever it takes to win.
Deville able to slip off, avoided the contact, and look at this! This is how Murphy beat him before! Deville able to slip out, P-leg kick right to the jaw, and what a lariat comeback off the ropes from Murphy into the pedigree! That's it! Deville is down! 1, 2, a foot on the rope! A 2! Murphy thought he had it, and Deville had the wherewithal to get the foot, the toes on the rope. Murphy calling for one more pedigree. Surely Deville can't survive that.
Come on, Deville. You came so far, no!
And Murphy cinching it in again. Center of the ring. Deville, though, trying to fight out of it. Gets Murphy down. Sends him, into the buckle.
Fool Deville once, shame on you.
Deville missed with that big boot.
You can't fool Deville again. Come on, Deville.
We have seen tremendous heart and physicality in this match. It's going to end bad. And Goss from behind with the championship just took out Shawn Murphy. And a belt shot right to the head. Right to the head of Shawn Murphy. And a cover. We could have a new champion. 1, 2. Deville! Unbelievable! Breaks up the count.
What a way to break up a count with a moonsault.
I don't know if he just threw his body into it or what. But now Deville with that Canadian Championship in his hands. And is he going to hit him with it or not? No, Deville wants to do this the right way. Boot to the midsection. And Deville, my goodness! 1, 2, are you serious? We have a new champion!
Why? He did it! He finally did it!
I am stunned! Miles Deville pins Braydon Goss and wins the Canadian Championship! Shawn Murphy's reign is over! And the hottest underground has now got the top prize in Apex Wrestling! And wait a minute, look at this! Shawn Murphy.
Sour grapes, Murphy.
Taking that title away. Over 300 days. He was the champion. You know how much that championship means to Shawn Murphy, and he hands it to Miles Deville, and a handshake. A sign of respect between these two studs. That's the kind of sportsmanship we like to see here in Canadian Apex Wrestling. and I'm sure they're gonna run it back someday soon. But tonight at Armageddon, Miles Deville is the new Canadian Apex Wrestling Canadian Heavyweight Champion.
Cannot think of a more deserving man. An incredible athlete. Agile, powerful.
Well, for Logan Hunter, Smokey, and Babs, I am Peter Brown. This has been Canadian Apex Wrestling Armageddon. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.